deadly holes. Dead Man's Hole. Dead Man's Hole was discovered in Texas in 1821. Its other name is Devil's Well, so it's obvious that it hasn't had a pleasant history. The sinkhole earned its reputation during the American Civil War, when Confederate gangs used the hole as a dumping ground for those with Unionist sympathies. The bones of at least 17 people have been found piled at the bottom of the sinkhole. One particularly creepy feature of the hole is an oak tree growing beside it, with a strong limb stretched directly over the hole. Those destined to die would be hanged from the oak. Then, the rope would be cut and they would plummet to the bottom of the 47-meter, 155 feet, drop. On the off chance that anyone survived both of those things, the hole was full of poisonous gas that would finish the job. It's because of the gas that the sinkhole wasn't fully explored until 1951, when breathing equipment became more readily available. Today, the hole is covered, and a plaque commemorates the men known to have ended up there. Among those men were a pro-union judge and several union officials. Another victim was a man named Ben McKeever, who killed a former slave when his horse was bitten by the man's dog. McKeever was ambushed by his victim's friends and thrown down the hole. Unsurprisingly, its gory past has led to stories of people seeing and hearing ghosts in the area. Devil's Hole. Located in the New York part of Niagara Gorge. The Devil's Hole has just the right combination of native folklore and bloody history to earn it the description of most haunted place in western New York. The local Iroquois talked of a demonic serpent named Evil One residing in the cave. According to their legends, people who entered the small cave either never came out again or came out with their hair turned white. The Devil's Hole Massacre of 1763, on the other hand, was a very real tragedy. A group of Seneca warriors chose the Devil's Hole as the perfect place to attack an English wagon train. The war party struck at noon on September 14. Only 2 people escaped the bloodbath, and when 80 soldiers from a nearby fort heard the battle and rallied to the fight, the Seneca ambushed and slaughtered them as well. Their animals were driven into the hole, and their bodies were thrown in after them. Haunted Mammoth Caves. The Mammoth Cave in Kentucky is said to be haunted by Floyd Collins, an explorer who died there in 1925 after his leg was pinned under a rock. He was located shortly afterward, but rescuers weren't able to get to him. He was stuck for 2 weeks and died just a few days before help managed to get through. Cavers claim to have heard screams and pleas from the small cavern where he was trapped, which has now been sealed shut. There are even reports of whiskey bottles being thrown at people who approach. One woman claims that the ghost of Floyd saved her from a fall by catching her and pulling her back from a ledge. America's other mammoth cave, this one in Colorado, is also steeped in a history of bloodshed. Locals call it a keeper, which refers to the bodies of those who died there. It's simply too dangerous to retrieve them, and so the cave keeps the corpses of the lost in its eternal clutches. The most dangerous spot is known as Angel Falls, a 23-meter, 75 feet, drop that's claimed 3 lives. Yet the most sinister part of the cave's reputation is the claim that it was once home to a dangerous coven of witches. The stories say that during the late 1970s, the cave was home to 5 evil warlocks, named Randy, Sunshine, Lobo, Patches, and Cowboy. The coven killed small mammals and drank their blood. Another report states that 2 girls saw the warlocks throwing a pregnant woman to her death in the cave. The cave was eventually sealed, and the witches were never found.